Hello and welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. On today's episode, we're gonna watch this beautiful dip to the downside and see how we're gonna go to 9K. Okay, I'm just kidding. Everyone's panicking. Crypto Twitter is panicking. Crypto groups are panicking. I don't know why. But if you want to zoom in to the 15 minutes, then yes, you will see something very scary. That's why we don't look at those minute-to-minute charts. This is crypto, and Bitcoin is known to be volatile. And as you know, on this channel, I just try and do my best to give you all the tools so you can have the insights yourself. Right? So instead of just giving you a fish and eating for a day, I'm just trying to be around with you so that you can have all the tools you need to analyze charts and markets yourself. One of those things is always checking the dollar index. And if you have been doing this today, you would have anticipated this, which is not big, by the way. So stick around, make sure to hit the bell notifications, because this bell notifications will notify you as soon as we post video. And this is crypto, you know things, they tend to move really fast. And definitely grab your cups of coffee and let's deep dive into Bitcoin. And definitely this is not scary because this is the 15-minute chart. Yeah, it looks ugly on the 15-minute chart, but if we go to the daily and we zoom back our channel, our chart, technically this is right at, if you can spot it, like the wicks here, we're just right at wicks. But again, let's flip on our chart and let's look where we are at. I mean, oh my. Yeah, we're exactly at where? Exactly at where we are supposed to be. I mean, go back to yesterday's video, the one before and the one before. We have been doing this chart for 4 days in a row. Right? We have said yesterday and the day before. Let's go to the 4-hourly. Let's look at it at a closer perspective. So I added this channel today just to see if we might go back to the 200 weekly, which is the red line here. Where would our what was resistance be acting as a support? And it's kind of, on the same thing. So we said it yesterday, and there's nothing really to by the way, this I added as well. We have the wick here, and 2 weeks from here. So this is acting as a short-term support, by the way, as well. So again, we said that this will supported us, and we are confident with our parallel channel. If we lost it, we might come back down. Right? Yesterday's video was very important. 200 weekly moving average. If we go back even lower, 25,200. And we did discuss yesterday this, right? On the daily, we did discuss this RSI on the daily, right? So we said how oversold we were here, and we kind of we are heading towards the oversold area since we lost the 50, and we should expect those lower targets. We have the support of our parallel channel, we have the 200 weekly, and every time we hit the oversold button, that was the bottom here, and the first time was the all-time low of our bear market, this oversold here. So go back, watch that video, very important. But again, what has changed since yesterday? Well, actually nothing at all. So let's remove the RSI. Let's remember when we said it's crucial to clear the 0.65, because if we don't, we will roll over. And since we rolled over, we tried to get supported by the 0.5. And since we lost that, we moved way back down. And where did we move? Let me remove all this nonsense that I tend to scribble on charts so that you can see. Yeah, exactly. We moved right back into the support from our parallel channel. We wicked to it, actually, and look how beautiful this wick is. So maybe this is the fear of the market, this line here. Every time we tend to visit it, every time we tend to approach it, everyone loses their mind. I'm not saying that we might not dip below it. We definitely might as well do, but we know we have the 200, we have the 25. $1,000 area, and we have the ultimate 24,654. Again, we discussed those in details in yesterday's video. Go back and watch it. It's the one right before this one. But again, what changed from yesterday? We have lower lows, and we failed to cross the 0.65. And as soon as, definitely, if we go to the hourly, as soon, notice this 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks support at the 0.5, and then bam, straight into our line. Like no, like this is like in less than 50 minutes, we just bam went straight to our support at this parallel channel. So 0.5 acted as a support, tried to support us on many candles, many hours, 3 to 4 hours, and 0.65 resisted us for how many hours? Like count the candles, right? So those two zones acted as intended to act, and we've always referred as them being the golden zone. That's why we call them the golden zone. So nothing actually happened, guys. No need to panic. This market is not for the weak. People who are clueless, people who don't know, people who are scared the shit out of their pants when they approach supports, this is not for you. I mean, you need to have conviction in what you chart. You need to have, your risk management in place, and you need to trust what you are charting and learn from them if they fail you. So back from today morning throughout the day, if you've watched the dollar index, if you just looked at the dollar index, you would have known that we are gonna face some selling pressure. This shouldn't have taken you by surprise or keeping you in the dark or clueless, because yeah, this is today, this is yesterday, this is the day before. We had the parallel channel here, and you can do it on your chart. This is the parallel channel. So I'm just giving you everything my charts are, so that to keep an eye on. The parallel channel 102.659 to 101.593, and then we have this orange box here. So we broke this to the upside, and we cleared this parallel channel, and this orange box is between 103.623 and supporting at 103.188, and we went all the way to the top of this. And why is this box here between those two? Look at this accumulation here, look at this resistance here, look at the wicks of the candles here, and look at the wicks of the candles here. So yeah, I mean, the dollar goes up, asset classes, stock markets, gold, and every other currency against the dollar tends to have this selling momentum or selling pressure. Where would the dollar go up to? So imagine this. The dollar is being, they're adding interest, they're artificially inflating the power of the dollar. It's all artificial. Like we're at how much? 5% interest, 5.25% interest, something around that area. We can't count anymore as, how high the interest is. So this is artificial, inflating and making this dollar looks stronger and stronger. But think of it as a spring. Okay, so this is kind of springing the markets down, springing Bitcoin down with every push the dollar makes. Okay, but sooner rather than later, this will collapse, this will fall. Like as soon as they pivot, as soon as they stop increasing the interest rates, what do you think will happen to the dollar, and how will it affect the markets? We're inversely correlated to the dollar. So if it goes up, the markets have or tend to go down or are pressured. What if this collapses? What happens to the markets? Think about it for a second. This has been ongoing with the artificial moves, right? You can see the artificial injections they're putting into the dollar, even with those artificial injections recently. And yeah, so as you can see, this was the top, and then we after just like crashing on the dollar for days and days and days and weeks, we would not, the markets, no market will go down indefinitely or up indefinitely. So we tend to have those relief rallies along the way, and then we continue down, then relief rally, right, and then continue our move down. And now after the like a couple of weeks of the downtrend, we're having this relief rally. So I'm only concerned if we take out what? First of all, we have this obstacle here, this orange box, but that, would be creating a higher high around this area. So now we're creating higher lows, okay? But when we take this, we would start creating higher highs on a macro scale. So as soon as long as we are still down here, right? This might be a turning point and a rejection, and we might continue. But even if we break this, expect us to be testing this 105.298, which will cause some more pressure on the market. So keep an eye on all perspectives of the market. So far, we are in this orange box. Okay, so this will act as a resistance here. All right, so we will keep track on this. So as just as it acted as a support around this area, it will act around a resistance around this area. And if this didn't break to the upside and actually push the dollar index down, we shall expect a shift in momentum for Bitcoin. Because with this, even though the dollar has been pushing for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, right? So kind of like a week now, the dollar has been, this move is for a week now. Like for the past week, let's go on the daily and check. So for the past week, Bitcoin has been trying to go sideways, right? So it's refusing to lose. Like we did sell off from this area. We came back down from 29,800, but we didn't go crash into oblivion. So we're kind of trying to maintain this position over the 200 weekly. And from a macro perspective, from a parallel channel, we are doing good. We're still doing good. Even though that the dollar index has risen in the past week alone, like how much has it risen? So 2.48%, and that's too much. That's too much for the dollar, and it will affect negatively the market. So we're still doing good. So imagine if this crashes like 2% to the downside. So see the springboard and the relation between both. So anyways, guys, again, this is the macro view. Remove this, remove everything, remove this, right? Just look at it. Even remove the moving average. Just look at this parallel channel. As soon as, or as long as we still didn't break a structure, it's still very much valid, and we should act accordingly. So that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope you have learned something new from this. I will see you tomorrow. Stay crypto, stay bullish. This is the bullish season, and I will remind you, every dip in Bitcoin for the past or for the next 6 months or for the rest of this year is a discounted buying opportunity. Remember that. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye-bye.